Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Two teams ranked in the top 6, both with playoff aspirations, ready to square off here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, Coach Kirby Smart told me this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Here comes the heat. Got his man. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Tap. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To throw, it's Stockton. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Second and long here. Handoff for Frazier. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third down, here's Frazier. Turning it on. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. They got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll go with a direct snap. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Needs it here on fourth down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Ready to go.
Driving forward, it's Jackson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Running inside. It's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeye! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Swats it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hit as he throws, and he gets it away.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left, wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Can they catch him? Touchdown Buckeyes! Stealing a score on special teams.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on it, and he just goes shoof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Powers through the defender. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. They'll line up for a second down play. Rid of it on the RPO. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quick give. It's Frazier. And a short gain on this. That'll bring us to the end of the first. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Right at the line. And they get the third down stop. What a play by this defense. They'll go with Frazier. Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on fourth down. Great place to start for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Just not enough leg on that kick. He wasn't able to clear the crossbar.
Drops back. It's Stockton. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't.
He's taking the shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Lined up in the gun on third down. Sayett makes the grab. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Sayett. Throwing right. Already find a hole in that secondary. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the third down.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
On third down, here's Frazier. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
That's That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeye! Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Looking for room at the 40. There he goes! And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice, he can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Rolls right. Takes a hit as he fires. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The run inside, it's Frazier. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running the red zone, it's Frazier. Nowhere to go.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
A nice job by this offense, putting a scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
He'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout call just before the delay of game. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Sayin to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Working that left side.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
They'll send the back in motion. The snap sets up the throw. Just got rid of that one.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fitted in the window for the score.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to test the right side with this one. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is cool.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Here's a give to Frazier. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give to the single back. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. First down. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's Jackson. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Motion from the wideout. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Oh, he's got some space. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Handoff for Frazier. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give to Frazier. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's third down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback. Break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
Number 91, set to advance on the football.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll move the wide receiver. Uh-oh, look out. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. Throwing, say it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jackson. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, you know, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
The throw to the outside is complete. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. Defense all over him. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want
picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Tells to run, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Stockton working the middle. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Takes it down to the 35-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Out wide right, it's Frazier. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Tosses it incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. From the gun. They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that's a great idea, man. Keep finding the big fella. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's been really the bright spot for this offense, Jesse. I would continue to find ways. If I'm going to get back in it, I think it's got to go through him.
I think you're right, David. And as a defense, you've got to know now, this is the guy they're looking for. He's hurt us often. We play man, we play zone, linebackers or safeties. Who's ever covering him, we've got to find a way now to get him bracketed so they stop throwing his way.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Say it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Guys?
All right, Holly.
Booster!
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Smith.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
It makes it really tough on a defense when you got a dynamic quarterback that you can roll out. You bootleg him to the right here. The defense has to now recover quickly, chase the guy out there. Oh, wait, I still got to cover wide receivers down the field. I still got to cover other guys and try to get this guy on the ground. They do a great job on this play.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes a man miss. Breaks heading to the end zone. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he's going to bring this one out. He smashes his way through again. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it with the touchdown. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Out wide left. It's Coleman Williams. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Nate Frazier. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Georgia going up tempo. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Georgia!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Just feeds the running back. Crosses the 45. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Flag 14. Flag 14. Ready, go.
So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job.
A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. These corners backing off a bit. Look out! Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, it's Stockton. And he lets one fly deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Fires it incomplete. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Keep it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And is slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To the air, it's Stockton. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Unleashes one. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet.